We were sent this 6-wheel dump truck. One of the great things about it, it only requires Phillips screwdriver to be able to put together. So a Phillips screwdriver and you can put this whole thing together. It comes with step-by-step directions on how to assemble it. All the parts come in 2 different boxes. So you get the main assembly and then you get the tail dumpster part in a separate box. So make sure that you get both boxes, and printed very clearly on the boxes, it does say there are 2 boxes for the assembly side of things. So you can make sure that you actually got it. All the parts come wrapped and clearly identified. So this should be a pretty easy build. We're gonna get started and you'll see the progress. All right, Athena, look at this. We have the 2 different motors for the wheels put on here. The main cab, we're putting the dump truck attachment on here. And then we're gonna put some screws in here to be able to secure it. And then we're gonna turn it over and put the wheels on it. It comes with a lot of screws, so you just use a screwdriver to put it all together. If you had an electric screwdriver, it could go a little faster. Just make certain you're doing it on a very low torque setting, because everything's just plastic and you could very easily strip the holes out. But it's coming together very smoothly, and I have my great helper here who's gonna get a lot of fun out of this.
Perfect!
All right, it's coming together really well. The axles are on now.
Yeah.
The wheels are attached.
Yeah.
And my daughter was super excited about being able to get this steering wheel attached. So here we go. We're gonna push it on. Athena, you ready?
Yeah.
We'll make sure that it's lined up because we gotta make sure this connector is not twisted, okay? We'll go through and make sure it's all connected properly. There we go, boom. And then there's a bolt that goes through here as well to make sure that it doesn't just spin freely. All right, we can pull that off. Boom. We're finally getting the details done here. One thing of note, this middle rear axle, it was a little out of alignment, so it actually took a little bit of effort to be able to get it pushed in. That may not be the case for all of the models here, but just wanted to be aware that it took a little bit of effort to get those 2 rear axles pushed all the way through. A lot of plastic parts that you're just trying to make sure they're not just out of alignment. But otherwise, it was a very easy thing to be able to put together here. And my girls are having a really fun time being able to assemble it with me. All right, the assembly is all done. It just took a little bit of time, really not a challenging build at all. The instructions were very clear on how it goes together. And look at how fun this is. It has the shovel that mounts on the back there. Really cool detail that goes with it. Now, it does come with the battery slightly charged ahead of time. It does say to make sure that you charge the battery before you do any big operating and fully use it. So make sure you are charging the battery after you're done assembling it. The battery is located here underneath this seat. There's 2 buttons underneath here that you push to be able to pull this together to be able to access the battery. So that's the way that you access the battery there, and then to be able to put it back there, push the buttons and just put the seat back. It's really that easy. Comes with a seat belt to be able to keep the kids strapped in. Really intuitive on how it all goes together. And check this out. The power button is right here in the center, has the standard power option. Push that button. Gives it a really cool sound. And then here is the dump truck side of things. So you push this button and then the dump truck activates. How cool is that? And then if you wanted it to actually dump, you pull that open and that folds down to be able to let the items actually dump out of there. And then to be able to collapse it, just push that button again and it'll go back to its state, and then you can pull this up. I did notice on this, when this is open, this flap here is a little wobbly, so it is something that the kids will just have to remember to push the ends in to be able to push that down. Not a big deal, but just one little thing to think about is that this won't stay on the clasp unless you do kind of pull the ends together. Buttons here, but I mean, look at this. It has a USB port, it has an audio jack, it has just regular music in there, it has a slow speed, it has a fast speed, it has headlights that go on and off on the front as well. So really cool features to be able to have this. The light display on here shows you the battery charge on here, so you can see that it has a charge to it. Gear selector, forwards, park, reverse. The accelerator is down here to be able to go forward, and then so you can push it'll go forward and you remove your foot from it and then it comes to a stop. Really cool features on this. Horn button here and here to be able to have steering, of course, real steering with it. Really great features and just a really fun vehicle for kids to be able to enjoy. Our kids are gonna love this, and I know yours will as well.
It also comes with a remote, so if you have kids ages 1 to 3, you can help control it. Anyone older, they probably can drive it themselves. Boys definitely tend to gravitate to this and absolutely love it, but I will say my daughters love this dump truck as well. It is so much fun to watch them ride around in it and drive in it. Hours and hours of entertainment, and this thing goes up to a max speed of 5 miles per hour, but it really does cruise very well, and I think your kids are going to love it.